Hi guys, PK here. Look, I've had about 10 phone calls with investors or want to be investors this week already, and I'm still seeing the same mistakes being made again and again. Almost 10 out of 10 investors that I'm talking to these days, or whenever, they're still making this mistake of thinking that the property that they select does the hard work. Okay, that the property that they select is what does the hard work when it comes to cash flow and when it comes to capital growth, right? And what people are still doing is they're saying that I want to become a property investor, or I want to buy my second property or my third property. Okay, I already know the 3 suburbs that are next door to my suburb, and I'm going to go on Domain, I'm going to go on realestate.com, and I'm just going to understand this suburb. I'm going to follow it for 6 months, I'm going to follow it for 9 months, and after that time I'll get a sense of what the suburb is all about, and then I can find a really good deal or otherwise. That's not how it works, guys. That's really not how it works. And the reason is because the suburb does the heavy lifting, not the property. Okay, the suburb in a buy and hold strategy does the heavy lifting. So yes, you can find the 3 suburbs that are close to you, and yes, you can research them till the cows come home. And yes, by the end of a year, you'll probably know every single house that's in that suburb or those suburbs. But that's not the best way to go about investing, because those suburbs may not be the best ones to invest in. In fact, it's very, very unlikely that your backyard has the best suburb for you to invest in. Okay, so I'm sounding a bit like a broken record, but please, 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 when you think about, look, I want to start my property journey, I want to start my investing journey, don't just default to those areas that you already know. Most of the heavy lifting when it comes to capital growth and most of your wealth in property is dictated or created by the suburb that you pick. Okay? And there's 15,000 suburbs in Australia. So if you're just thinking about, I live in West Melbourne and I know a few suburbs around here, I just want to get a foot in the door, you know what, PK? I don't need to find the perfect property. I just want to get started. And you buy one in the suburb that you already know. Well, you have got started, definitely, there's no doubt about that. But you've not got started in the right way. And chances are that that suburb won't increase in value. Chances are that you may have bought a cash flow positive property, but you may have been able to get a better cash flow positive property. Right? It's just limiting your universe of potential. What you really need to do is even just ignore Domain, just ignore realestate.com. Find the suburb. Find your top 3 suburbs. Don't limit yourself to Melbourne. Don't limit yourself if you live in Sydney to Sydney. Don't limit yourself to if you live in Brisbane to Brisbane. Okay, I can't stress this enough. The suburb is what makes you money. The suburb is what will get you out of the rat race. It's not the property. Okay, so property investing in one sense, in a buy and hold strategy, can actually be better termed as suburb investing. All right, so not property investing, but suburb investing. And I'm just seeing so many people on the calls that I'm having. They're saying, oh yeah, look, I'm doing research. Want to get into the market, I'm doing research. Then I ask, well, what are you doing? What's the kind of research that you're doing? Oh, just going on different Facebook groups, listening to different podcasts, soaking knowledge, just going on realestate.com, getting a sense of what the prices are. If prices haven't moved that much already, then I might think about buying there because that means that prices can increase. Guys, that's really, really not the way to invest in property. Yes, absorb knowledge from everywhere that you can get it, but generic knowledge, general statements like Melbourne's going to do well, or general statements like, oh, there's a new university going in northern Brisbane, buy anywhere around that's going to do well. Those general statements are not going to make you an advanced property investor. Those general statements are the reason that more than 70-80% of property investors are stuck at one property, because they don't get to the second one because they haven't created equity, they haven't created cash flow. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with being a sponge and going on different forums. Property Chat's a great one, different podcasts, groups like, this one as well. But at the end of the day, those generic statements don't help. You can have 10 suburbs close to each other, and 8 of them might not do very well at all, and 2 of them might do incredibly well over the next, let's say, 5 years. You're trying to find those 2, okay? On the macro scale, you're trying to go from 15,000 suburbs to your top 2 or 3. That's suburb investing, that's property investing, and that's what will really get you out of the rat race. Okay, hope that makes sense, and if you have any questions, just comment below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye.